Your brain is squishy, fragile, and somehow the CEO of your entire existence. It's like giving a wet tofu block the keys to a Ferrari. But instead of protecting it like sacred treasure, you casually attack it every single day with habits so normalized they feel harmless. Spoiler, they're not. Each one is like pouring coffee on your hard drive and then wondering why your files are corrupted. Let's unpack 20 of the daily things you do that slowly melt your brain into soup. 1. Skipping sleep. Ah, yes, the I'll sleep when I'm dead mindset. Newsflash, you'll be dead sooner. At 2 a.m., you're hunched over your laptop, eyes glowing like a radioactive raccoon. Convincing yourself this late-night productivity sprint is heroic. Meanwhile, your brain cells are waving tiny white flags begging for mercy. Memory? Gone? Creativity? Tanked? Emotional regulation? You're basically an angry toddler in a tax-paying adult's body. Sleep isn't optional, it's a factory reset. Without it, your brain is just Windows 95 trying to run TikTok. 2. Drowning in your phone. The endless scroll. You swore you'd only check Instagram for 5 minutes, but somehow it's 3 hours later, and you're watching a man teach his parrot how to salsa dance. Your dopamine system is now a broken slot machine, constantly pulling for the next shiny hit. Every swipe rewires your brain's reward pathways into spaghetti code. The worst part? You can't even remember what you watched. Just phantom thumb twitches and the deep shame of realizing you've become Pavlov's dog with Wi-Fi. 3. Living on junk food. The human brain runs on glucose, but you feed it neon-colored snacks engineered to last longer than most marriages. That candy bar? It spikes your blood sugar so fast your brain thinks it's been launched into orbit. Then comes the crash. Foggy thinking, mood swings, and the sudden urge to bite someone for no reason. Your brain wasn't designed to digest glow-in-the-dark Cheetos, but you keep feeding it fuel that belongs in a nuclear reactor, then wonder why you can't focus. 4. Chronic stress. Stress is supposed to be a survival alarm. Run! There's a lion! Except your lion is just unpaid bills, unread emails, and Karen from HR. Instead of sprinting to safety, you sit frozen at your desk while cortisol marinates your hippocampus. Over time, stress literally shrinks your brain, carving potholes into memory and decision-making. You think you're being productive under pressure, but really you're just a microwave slowly cooking your neurons into chewy leftovers. 5. Multitasking. Ah, the lie of modern productivity. Multitasking. You think you're juggling 5 things at once, but in reality, you're just doing 5 things badly. Your brain is not a circus performer. Every switch comes with a cognitive tax, like a toll booth stealing chunks of focus. By the end of the day, your neurons are exhausted, confused, and quietly plotting to unionize against you. Want to know the truth? The only thing you're multitasking is your path to burnout. 6. Skipping breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, they said. You said, nah, I'll just have coffee. Congratulations. You've just starved the only organ that requires constant fuel. Now you're in a meeting, brain dead, staring at charts like they're ancient hieroglyphics. Without breakfast, your brain runs on fumes, stealing energy from basic functions like concentration and remembering not to say something stupid. Your coworkers think you're zoning out, but no, your brain is drafting its resignation letter. 7. Not drinking enough water. Your brain is 75% water. That means every time you forget to hydrate, your brain shrivels into a sad raisin. Dehydration slows down neural activity, making even simple thoughts feel like climbing Everest. Suddenly, you can't remember your own phone number, and you start every sentence with, wait, what was I saying? Here's the truth. You're not tired. You're just a human cactus pretending coffee counts as hydration. Spoiler, it doesn't. 8. Constant background noise. Your brain craves silence, but you drown it in chaos. Spotify blasting, TV humming, TikTok screaming. Even when you tune it out, your brain is burning calories, processing every sound. It's like running 10 apps on your phone at once, and eventually it overheats. The silence you avoid? That's actually where memory consolidates, creativity blooms, and self-awareness sneaks in. But sure, keep letting your brain live inside a 24/7 rave and wonder why your thoughts sound like static. 9. Living sedentary. Your body and brain are in a toxic relationship. If you sit all day like a decorative plant, your blood flow slows, starving your neurons of oxygen. Exercise literally bathes your brain in chemicals that boost learning, memory, and mood. Skip it, and your brain becomes a grumpy swamp creature, sluggish and unmotivated. Fun fact, the human brain evolved while walking miles each day. Yours now panics when you walk up a single flight of stairs. 10. Overusing painkillers. Pop an ibuprofen for every headache? Your brain notices. Long-term overuse can mess with neural communication, actually increasing sensitivity to pain. That means the medicine meant to help is slowly making you weaker, It's like hiring security guards who eventually rob your house. Your brain adapts by becoming needy, rewired to crave chemical band-aids instead of fixing the root issue. Congrats! You're now in a toxic relationship with aspirin. 11. Ignoring mental health. You wouldn't ignore a broken leg, but depression, anxiety, burnout? You just say, hey, I'll push through. The problem is your brain doesn't push through. It reroutes, maladapts, and quietly burns circuits in the background. Ignoring mental health doesn't make you strong. It makes you fragile with extra steps. The mind is an organ, not a personality flaw. Treat it badly long enough, and one day it'll just hand in its 2 weeks' notice without warning. 12. Sitting in bad posture. That slouch you do at your desk? Yeah, it's not just bad for your spine. It strangles blood flow to the brain. Suddenly, concentration drops, fatigue spikes, and your IQ falls a few points. People think posture is about looking confident, but really it's about oxygen delivery. Sit like a shrimp long enough, and your brain turns into soggy sushi. You're literally smothering yourself with your own body language. 13. Constant overthinking. You replay conversations from 3 years ago like they're Netflix dramas, starring you as the awkward lead. Overthinking is mental quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink. Every loop consumes energy your brain could use for actual problem solving. Instead, it burns fuel rehearsing arguments with people who aren't even in the room. Overthinking doesn't make you smarter, it just makes your brain a hamster wheel with Wi-Fi. 14. Skipping social interaction. Your brain is wired for connection. Isolation? That's like unplugging it from its charger. Loneliness increases dementia risk, depression, and cognitive decline. When you avoid people, your brain starves of stimulation like an iPhone on low power mode. Sure, humans can be annoying, but even awkward small talk at the grocery store is better than nothing. Without connection, your brain slowly folds into itself, whispering, "Hello, darkness, my old friend." 15. Noise pollution. While sleeping, you think you're asleep, but your brain is on guard duty, monitoring every honk, drip, and neighbor screaming at their cat. Even tiny noises disrupt deep sleep cycles, preventing memory consolidation. Ever wonder why you wake up exhausted despite 8 hours? That's your brain saying, thanks for making me live in a war zone. Silence isn't a luxury, it's a biological requirement. Get earplugs or prepare to live in permanent jet lag. 16. Living on autopilot. Wake up, work, scroll, sleep, repeat. Your brain craves novelty, but you've trapped it in Groundhog Day. Without challenges or surprises, neural connections weaken and plasticity slows. It's like never updating your apps. Eventually, everything glitches. Routine is comfortable, sure, but too much of it kills adaptability. Your brain becomes that old guy yelling, "Back in my day," even though it's only 32. 17. Ignoring nature. The human brain evolved outdoors. Greenery, sunlight, open spaces. That's the original operating environment. But you've traded it for fluorescent lights and concrete walls. No wonder your brain feels like it's suffocating. Nature exposure lowers stress hormones and boosts creativity. Skip it, and you're basically forcing your neurons to work in a cubicle farm forever. Your brain misses trees. Go outside. 18. Addiction to stimulation. You can't sit in silence for 5 seconds. If you're not on your phone, you're watching TV. If not TV, then music. Your brain is overstimulated to the point of numbness. Pleasure pathways get fried, so nothing feels enjoyable anymore. That's why you need louder, faster, shinier things just to feel normal. Your brain was built for balance, not constant fireworks. At this rate, you'll need a marching band to feel alive. 19. Constant negative self-talk. Your brain believes what you repeat. Tell yourself you're stupid every day, and your brain literally rewires around that thought. Neurons that fire together wire together, meaning you're sculpting your own mental prison. Self-talk is not harmless, it's brain architecture. Every insult you throw at yourself is like graffitiing your neurons. Eventually, your brain stops questioning it and just decorates the cell you built. 20. Ignoring boredom. Boredom feels unbearable in the age of instant entertainment. But here's the secret. Boredom is where creativity lives. By avoiding it, you kill the incubation period your brain needs to connect ideas. That aha moment, born in silence during boredom. Without it, you just fill every second with noise, and your brain becomes a shallow pond with no depth. Embrace boredom. It's the gym membership for your imagination. Your brain isn't immortal, it's not even durable. It's a soft pink control center held together by blood, chemistry, and vibes. Every daily habit is either protecting it or eroding it. You don't need to live like a monk, just stop casually nuking the organ that makes you, you. Because when your brain goes, everything else follows.